How I stopped procrastinating 2 years ago is a transformative journey that has deeply enriched my life, primarily through the discovery and application of Stoic philosophy. In my time as a student, I was filled with ambition and a fervent desire to become a successful entrepreneur. However, despite this burning aspiration, procrastination loomed large, ensnaring me in a cycle of inaction. I often found myself choosing fleeting pleasures over productive activities, whether it was binge-watching entire seasons of shows on Netflix, endlessly scrolling through social media, or engaging in trivial activities that offered little substance or value to my life. In my quest for solutions, I turned to various productivity hacks in an effort to combat my procrastination. I experimented with techniques like the 2-minute rule, a strategy that encourages tackling any task that takes 2 minutes or less immediately, and the 1-2-3 rule, aimed at breaking tasks down into manageable steps. I even attempted complex time management strategies, hoping to find a silver bullet that would eliminate my procrastination once and for all. However, despite my best efforts, none of these strategies produced lasting change. Frustration began to settle in, and I found myself questioning whether procrastination was simply an inherent part of my character, something I was destined to struggle with. It was during this period of introspection that I stumbled upon Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in ancient wisdom that emphasizes rationality, self-discipline, and the importance of living in accordance with one's values. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control external events or the opinions of others, we can control our responses to these events. This realization became a catalyst for change in my life. I understood that my procrastination was not a fixed trait, but a behavior I could modify through intentional action and reflection. To deepen my understanding of Stoicism, I immersed myself in literature on self-development and personal growth. One book that profoundly impacted my perspective was The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. The core message of this book, that small, consistent actions lead to significant results over time, resonated deeply with the Stoic principle of focusing on what we can control, our choices and daily actions. Once I recognized the immense power of incremental progress, I began to take actionable steps toward breaking free from the cycle of procrastination. The cornerstone of my transformation was the establishment of a routine grounded in Stoic principles. I began to embrace the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius, one of the most revered Stoic philosophers, who wrote extensively about the importance of self-reflection, discipline, and the cultivation of virtue. I realized that by creating a structured routine, I could align my daily actions with my long-term goals, leading to a more fulfilling and purpose-driven life. If I hadn't embraced the teachings of Stoicism, I would likely still be mired in distractions, wasting time on trivial pursuits. However, my shift in mindset was profound. I discovered that a well-defined routine became my anchor in a chaotic world filled with distractions. While countless techniques can combat procrastination, Stoicism teaches us that true progress comes from consistent effort and a commitment to self-improvement, rather than relying on temporary fixes or quick wins. Now, let's outline some actionable steps that can help you create your own routine. While many individuals may dismiss this advice as impractical or overly simplistic, those who take it to heart could experience the same transformative turning point that I did. Grab a pen and paper and let's build this routine together. 1. Identify your goals and activities. First, take a moment to identify the activities you wish to stop procrastinating on. Is it studying, exercising, reading, or meditating? Reflect deeply on your answers. This self-reflection is crucial. As the Stoics taught, understanding oneself is the first step toward improvement and personal growth. 2. Prioritize your tasks. Next, consider which activity holds the most significance for you. Ask yourself, which task aligns most closely with your core values and long-term goals? Think carefully about this. Don't rush to write it down just yet. The Stoics emphasize the importance of prioritization, focusing on what matters most, first and foremost. 3. Commit to a morning routine. Let's say your most important task is studying. From this moment on, commit to dedicating 30 minutes each morning to this pursuit. If your mornings are chaotic or unstructured, make adjustments to your schedule and set your alarm to wake up 30 minutes earlier. Stoicism teaches that the early hours of the day, when our minds are clear and free from distractions, are invaluable. In the stillness of morning, we can focus on what truly matters, unencumbered by the chaos of the day ahead. 4. Create a preparation ritual. Now, write down the time you plan to wake up, including that additional 30 minutes. Consider allowing yourself 10 to 20 minutes to prepare for your work session. This preparation could involve brewing your morning coffee, practicing mindfulness, or simply spending a moment in quiet reflection. However, avoid checking your phone during this time. That distraction can derail your focus and intentions, pulling you into a vortex of notifications and distractions before you even begin your day. 5. Schedule your work session. At this point, you should have a schedule resembling this framework. If not, take a moment to create it. After completing your morning session, reward yourself for your efforts. This reward could be as simple as enjoying a nutritious breakfast, taking a short walk, or allowing some leisure time to engage in a favorite hobby. Your schedule should reflect this balance between work and reward, an essential principle in maintaining motivation and preventing burnout. Acknowledge your progress. By now, you've accomplished something that many struggle with, taking action on advice. Acknowledge your progress. Give yourself a pat on the back. Recognizing our achievements, no matter how small, is an essential part of building self-confidence and motivation. We often underestimate the power of self-acknowledgement and how it fuels our drive to continue. In my own journey, I found success in keeping my schedule visible, serving as a constant reminder of my commitment to change. I started with the very schedule you have in front of you. As I gained consistency, I gradually incorporated additional habits into my routine. The Stoics teach us that improvement is a continuous journey, and I wholeheartedly embraced this mindset. Embrace the journey of self-improvement. After weeks of dedication, I developed a comprehensive weekly schedule that maximized my productivity and aligned with my goals. This can be a potential next step after you've established your morning routine, but for now, let's focus on getting that right. Try this morning routine for the next 2 weeks, treating it as an experiment. Stoicism teaches us that change is within our control. Observe how your life transforms through these small, consistent efforts. Reflect on your progress daily and take note of the changes in your mindset and behavior. The most significant change I experienced was in how I viewed myself. By adhering to a routine and taking purposeful action, my self-image improved dramatically. I began to see myself as someone capable of discipline and progress. This newfound self-awareness fostered a sense of pride in my achievements and a belief in my ability to pursue my goals with intention and clarity. Transforming setbacks into opportunities. As I embraced the Stoic mindset, I also learned to manage setbacks and failures with grace. Procrastination is often rooted in fear of failure, fear of judgment, or fear of not meeting expectations. Stoicism encourages us to confront these fears head-on, understanding that they are part of the human experience. By reframing setbacks as opportunities for growth and learning, I became more resilient and adaptable in the face of challenges. I learned to embrace discomfort, knowing that it was often a precursor to growth. An essential practice that I adopted was daily reflection, which is a core aspect of Stoic philosophy. Each evening, I set aside time to reflect on my day, what I accomplished, where I fell short, and how I can improve tomorrow. This practice allowed me to cultivate a mindset of continuous learning and self-improvement. I realized that every day is an opportunity to learn from both successes and failures, and that each small step taken toward my goals compounds over time. The power of amor fati. Additionally, I began to embrace the idea of amor fati, or love of fate, a key Stoic concept that encourages us to accept everything that happens in our lives, both good and bad, as necessary and beneficial. By adopting this perspective, I found that I could approach my procrastination and failures with a sense of curiosity rather than frustration. Instead of lamenting lost time, I learned to ask myself, what can I learn from this experience? This shift in mindset transformed my relationship with setbacks and allowed me to cultivate greater resilience. I also started implementing the practice of gratitude into my daily routine. Each morning I would take a moment to express gratitude for the opportunities I had, the people in my life, and the progress I was making. This practice not only improved my mood, but also grounded me in the present moment, allowing me to appreciate the journey rather than fixating solely on the destination. The Stoics believed that focusing on what we have rather than what we lack leads to a more fulfilling life. Enhancing relationships through Stoicism. As I moved through this transformative process, I noticed that my relationships with others improved as well. By applying Stoic principles, I learned to approach interactions with empathy and understanding. I began to recognize that everyone is fighting their own battles, and by cultivating compassion for others, I created stronger connections and a supportive community around me. By practicing active listening and seeking to understand others' perspectives, I found that I could communicate more effectively and foster deeper relationships. The Stoics believed that we are all part of a greater whole, and by treating others with kindness and respect, we contribute to the collective well-being of humanity. This connection with others further motivated me to stay committed to my goals, as I realized that my progress could inspire and uplift those around me. The role of community. I encourage you to share your results in the comments. I want to read your stories, your journey toward overcoming procrastination through the lens of Stoicism. Remember, the Stoics believed in the power of community and shared wisdom. Your experiences could inspire others who are on a similar path and reinforce the idea that we are all in this together. Engaging with a community, whether in person or online, can provide accountability, support, and encouragement as you navigate your journey of self-improvement. As we conclude this discussion, I want to leave you with a powerful Stoic affirmation. The obstacle is the way. Embrace the challenges and obstacles you encounter on your journey, for they are the very things that will lead you to growth and self-discovery. Each hurdle presents an opportunity to practice resilience, perseverance, and creativity in problem-solving. Incorporating these Stoic principles into your daily life can be transformative. By focusing on what is within your control and letting go of what is not, you can navigate the uncertainties of life with greater ease and grace. Remember, the path to success is paved with small, consistent steps. Acknowledge each step you take, no matter how small, as a victory in itself. As you move forward, I invite you to regularly revisit your goals and values, ensuring that your actions align with your true self. As you progress on this journey, remember that growth is not a linear path. It is filled with ups and downs, detours, and unexpected turns. Embrace each moment as part of the journey, and don't shy away from recalibrating your path when necessary. Seek to cultivate wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance in your daily life, for these are the virtues that will guide you toward fulfillment and happiness. Embrace the notion that it is not merely the destination that matters, but the person you become along the way. In the words of Seneca, another prominent Stoic philosopher, luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. By preparing yourself through daily routines, self-reflection, and the cultivation of virtues, you position yourself to seize opportunities as they arise. Trust in the process, and have faith in your ability to navigate the challenges that life presents. That's all I have to share in this video. Embrace the principles of Stoicism, and may you find the strength and clarity to overcome procrastination and pursue your dreams with purpose and determination. Remember, the journey of self-improvement is a lifelong endeavor, and every step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to becoming the best version of yourself. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I look forward to hearing your stories and insights. I'm out.